Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing Bear. Now, this is actually another puzzle from Meggen033's son, Gummy Bear, and it's essentially shaped after his own bear called Bear. I'm pretty sure his bear is not going to be necessarily a color of purple and green, but when you take a look at the puzzle, you'll understand why I went for these particular colors. Gummy Bear, if for whatever reason your bear is glowing in the dark such as this one, I would say bring it to your dad's attention, please. Anyway, we haven't solved any Meggen033 puzzle for a while. I don't know if he's been busy, but anything from that family has always been fantastic to play, and it's got, over a 90-something rating, 93, 94 as of the time of recording. Gummy Bear, you're clearly onto a winner here. Let's take a look at today's puzzle and rule set. With the following set of rules. So, Bear by Gummy Bear, told you that much. Normal Sudoku rules apply, means place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. I think by now you can tell why I went for the green and purple theme here. Adjacent digits along a green German whisper line must have a difference of at least 5. So if this cell here is a 2, this would have to be 7, 8, or 9. This would have to be 7, 8, or 9 to be 5 or more away. If this happens to be an 8, this would have to be 1 or 3, obviously not repeating the same 2 in the same box, to be sure that this is 5 or more away. And you oscillate back and forth between low digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, high digits, 6, 7, 8, 9, and back and forth we go. So, digits along the magenta renban form a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in any order. So let's imagine that this cell here is a 1. Essentially, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cell renban. And to form a set of consecutive digits in any order, that would essentially have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and no repeats are allowed. Had this been a 3, for example, well, I don't think I even have to have the 2, so I would say 3, 4, and 5 are there, but I could have 1 and 2, or I could have 5, 6 and 7. As long as it's 5 set of consecutive digits in this particular case, I don't know how long that renban is, I'll be good to go. Digits along the gray palindrome line read the same forwards or backwards. So if this cell is 4 or 5, this cell would be 4 or 5 so that it can read the same forwards or backwards. We have black dot between cells, indicates cell values with a 2 to 1 ratio, and not all dots are given. So if this cell is, well, I'll move that 2. If this cell is a 2, this would have to be 1 or 4, so that one cell is essentially double the other. Not all dots are given. If that was a 4, clearly in this 2 to 1 ratio again and again, that is absolutely allowed under today's rule set without a black crop dot. Cells with a filled circle must be odd, so the bear's ears here have to be from the digits 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 to be odd digits, and digits in cages do not repeat in sum to the clue given. So if this cell is a 5, for example, or 4, since I can't type, then this cell would have to be an 8 to make sure that these two cells add up to 12, these two are 8, 11, 21, etc. That's all the rules we have for today. Oh, I just missed the fact that the nose is also there. Link will be in the description down below for you to play. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I get on. So nothing leaps off the page, so I'm really going to focus on the black crop dots here. What this tells me is that, because I don't know what the polarity is in here, whether it's high or low, I know that it oscillates back and forth, so these digits are going to be purple. Purple is such a bad idea. These cells are going to be orange. Now, if purple is high, what would that mean? That would mean that this is 6 and 8. In fact, you can't have a 6 in here, because that would require a double 1 next to it. So these two cells have to be low, and these 3 cells have to be high. Now, same reason that the 6 couldn't be here, the 4 couldn't be here with a double 9. So essentially, these 2 cells are from 1, 2, and 3. Give me a second. It feels like this is almost forced. And actually, this is 1, 2, or 3 because, again, it can't be 4. And in fact, these are 7, 8, 9s. Can't have a 6 in here because I can't have a double 1. So one of these is going to be right. So since we know that this is 1, 2, and 3, the question I want to answer first is one of them, is the 3 down here? And the answer to that is no, because whichever one is the 1, it would require a 2 next to it in the black crop dot. So for certain, the 3 is in here, and therefore one of these is a 6. Now, I think either one works. I could make 1 with a 2 work. I could also make 2 with 1 or 4 work. So I don't actually know, and I'm probably going to delete the 6s as a result. This being 1 or 2. Hang on, let me think about this cell. This has to be a 5 surely, because I've got 1, 3, 7, and 9. That's the only last remaining odd digit. And this is 4, 6. We actually have our first digit. So if it's 1, it's 2. If it's 2, it could be 1, but it could be 4. And if it's 3, it's 6. At least that's fully pencil marked. Can go with that. May as well color these in. Let's think about the implications there. Again, I know the purple is not a good choice, particularly when it ends up on a renban cell. Yeah, probably the wrong German whisper line to look at. How about this one, given it's quite a bit longer? So these are going to be purple. These are going to be orange. And let's think about these instead. So it would be fair to say that I've got 1, 2, and at least a third. Well, definitely a third. Definitely a third, maybe a fourth, because if it's 1, 2, then I've got 3. I know it's definitely just 3. So 2 digits, 2 low digits, plus 1/3 high digit. Sorry, 1/3 low digit. Means it feels unlikely, but certainly possible that this is a low digit. We know it wouldn't be a 3, but it could be any of the other low digits. I also know it couldn't be a 2 because either the 2 is in here or it's a 1 with a 2 outside it. So if this is a low digit, this is 1 or 4. And then it would, if it's a 4, it would require a double 9, which to be fair is entirely feasible. Yeah, not too sure actually. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cells. So I know I have 4, 5, and 6 on them. It's not a lot to go on. Here's a different piece of logic. I'm not sure that was the expected or intended route. These 2 cells can't be low. Imagine that they are low. Think about how much pressure it places on this 9 cage. 2 low digits only. Let me think about this. And then I need a high digit. To be fair, it could include a 5, can't it? But yeah, so essentially the thing that I'm struggling with is if I can only have 2 low digits, the 4 can't be one of them, because even 1 and 4, I'm already at 5. Whether I put 5 or 6, whatever else is next to it, I've already broken the cage. And I can't use the 4 with only a single low digit in here. So I'd have to place the 4 in one of these 2 if orange was low. And then it would force a double 9, which would break Sudoku. So I am going to use this, I meant the other way around. Even though it didn't necessarily feel like the most natural, then we already thought about this cell. This is 1 or 4. And I mean, nothing wrong with a double 9, to be fair. Let's claim it is a 4 with a double 9. Now this is not 3, 9, not 4, 8. It would have to be 5, 7. The 5 would have to be here. The 7 would have to be there. And then I've broken the puzzle because this would end up being 7, 8. So that can't be 9. Therefore, that can't be 4. That's 1. No 1s in any of these. And therefore, this is a 4, 6 pair. And I don't need a 3. And this is a 1. I also know that next to the 3, I could have always removed that 7 way earlier. Right? This is not a 6. This is 7, 8, or 9. 6 would require a double 1, of course, neither of which can be. Well, I say neither of which, this one definitely can't be. Now, this is not the high digit in the 12th case. So 12, 3 ways of doing it. They all require 7, 8, and 9. So it's either 5, 7, 4, 8, or 3, 9. And the low digit is clearly in this cell now. And the low digit is not a 5. It is 3 or 4 with 8 or 9. Now remember, there is definitely a 7 in here, so that's not a 7. This is another 8, 9 pair. Interesting. Don't know what to do about this low digit, to be fair. This low digit, what's the highest low digit I can go with? Is a 3. And then 4, 5, 6. I can still barely get to a high digit here because remember, 4 and 6 are not allowed. So if this is a 7, that's the only way I can actually make this cell a high digit. Otherwise, it's most likely a low digit. That's not a 9. In a way, these German whispers are kind of forced. So again, they have to be from 7, 8, 9 because they can see 2 neighbors. And this would have to be from 1, 2, 3 because they can see 2 neighbors. The same logic, not a 1 in here. Now, this can be 1. And then this cell, I can hide it in one of these 2. Don't know. Trickier than I was expecting, I'll be honest. So this is obviously a high digit. I should have spotted this way earlier. Come on, Sleuth. These are low digits. And because I've used all the 4 low digits in here, so this has to be high. And remember what I said about this being high. I think it forces everything. Because on this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cell renban, I'm going to have to go from a low digit to a high digit. And both of these low and high digits are not 4 or 6. So I'm pretty sure this is 4, 3, and 7. And this is 4, 5, 6. Clearly that is not the 5. That 3 gives me a 4 and an 8, which gives me a 9 in here. Places a 9 there. And this is 7, 8 pair. 7 in here gives me 1 or 2 there. This high digit is not 7 or 9. It's 6 or 8. And it's obviously not 6. Come on, Sleuth. It's just 8. And this is 1, 2, or 3 to be next to the 8. The 8 cage is not 1, 7. Could be 2, 6. 6 in here, 2 in there. And presumably could be 3, 5. Quite possibly, highly likely 3, 5 because the 3 is in one of these 2 cells according to Sudoku. Interesting. 9 is not here. 9 is in one of these 2 cells. It's not a lot to go on. 4 gave me 6, gave me 3, gave me 2. The 3 forces the 8 in here, forces the 7. The 2 forces the 4 on this side. Then these 2 cells are 5, 7 pair. The 7 has to be in here. That's the 5, which makes this 2, makes this 3, 6, makes this 3, makes this 1, makes this 9. And suddenly this is going to go, I'm hoping, a lot faster than it has so far. I think that's good. That is not a 3. It's not quite enough information to do something with this renban yet, but it's getting there. 4, 5, 6 means this is 4, 5, 6, but it's not 6. Ironically, that my earlier pencil mark turns out to be correct. And then 4, 5, 6, this is not 4. This is 5, 6. This is not 4 either. Don't know if I want to look at the 11, feels premature. I know it's not 2, 9. I know it's not 5, 6, but it can still be 3, 8 or 4, 7. Can it be 4, 7? No. It's just 3, 8. So not 2, 9, 3, 8, not 4, 7, not 5, 6. Yeah, that's good. 7 is in here. As is the 2 for that matter. This is 2, 7, and this is 1, 9. 2 in here means that's not a 2 nor a 3, that is a 1, that is a 2. Obviously, because it's a renban, I can't repeat the digits. And this is indeed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. So I need 3, 4, 5, and 6 on here. This is not 3 or 4, this is 5 or 6. Gives me a 5, 6 pair in the column. Then the rest of these, well, this can't be 1. One of these is 1, but this is an odd digit. And it's not 1, 3, 5, or 7. That can only be a 9. And therefore, this is a 1, 8 pair. Can I type? Come on, there you go. This can't be a 3 because I need a 3 in one of these cells now. So that has to be a 2. This cell now is not 1, 3, or 9. This is 5 or 7. With a 2 gone, this requires a 1 in here. Essentially, 9 cage and 3 cells can always be 2, 3, 4. And if it's not 2, 3, 4 because the 2 is not available, it's got to have a 1. Can only be in here. And then the other 2 cells have to add up to 8. But obviously 1, 7 is gone. 2, 6 is gone. This has to be 3, 5. That's the 5. That's the 3. That's the 7. And this is an 8, 9 pair. And down here, it looks like it's 1, 4, 5, except I've got 4, 5, 6 triple there. That's a 1. That's an 8. That's a 1. That's a 9. That's a 1. These 2 cells are known. They are 4 and 6 in this order. 21 cage. With the 9 gone, this is forced. This is 6, 7, 8. No 6s. No 7, 8, 7. That's 5. That can't be the 6. The 6 is in one of these 2 cells. It's free choice still. This is 3, 6, 3, 4, 6. That is not a 6. And this can't be disambiguated. We need a 1. That's another 3, 4. That's not a 4. That's 3. That's 4. These are not 4s. This is a 3, 6 pair. That 3, 8 gives me 6 and 3. Which gives me 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 6. And not enough to disambiguate these. It does allow me to do that though. 4 and 6. Are these resolved? No. Sudoku though will probably help me now. I need a 4. I need a 9, 8, 9. I need a 2. And I need a 7, I'm going to guess. Yeah. I need 5 and 8. That looks like 5. That looks like 8. And then a bit of Sudoku to just finish things up. 4, 5. I mean, so many absent cells in here. Right. Let's do 5, 6. So this is 2, 7 or 3, 8. This is 2, 3. And this is not 2, 7 or 8. That's a 3. That's a 2. That's a 7. That's an 8. That's a 3. That's a 2. We're done. Right. 2, 9, 7, 3, 9, 8, and if I've not made any mistakes, 7 for the finish. Beautiful puzzle, Gummy Bear. Trickier than I had initially expected. I mean, Bear was a harder puzzle than I had expected, but regardless, I am going to remove this so we can actually enjoy the drawing. You can still barely see it with all of the blue digits. Sorry about that. Hope you guys enjoyed the puzzle in the video. Thank you very much, Gummy Bear and Meggen033 for the puzzle. And see you guys back soon. Bye-bye for now.